And I'd sit in, I just knew in church, and I was a praying, oh, I could get things done. I could move things around. And I was working in the mines, and I run a motor and pulled the cables and stuff, kind of kept everything up. And I'd lay there, and every time I was waiting, I'd lay there and pray. And I tell you, I'd lay there and I prayed about that, and I prayed about that. And I got to where I could see God. I couldn't see I guess see an image of Him. When I lay with my eyes shut praying. And one day I was laying out, I didn't do that, I done it like this right here. I went in there and got that. I pulled that out. And when I blowed that, I see that blow out into the earth.
Yes.
I mean, now that's the kind of God we've got.
Yes, Lord.
And I went home, I didn't say nothing, I didn't want to say nothing. I wanted her to tell me she was better.
Yes.
And it went 3 days.
Yeah.
And she never did say nothing, but I never did hear her complain. I never did hear no more groaning out of her. And I had to ask.
Amen.
I said, Doris, I said, your side ain't hurting you no more, is it? And she said, no. I said, I hadn't noticed that. She said, that ain't hurt me 3 or 4 days.
Praise God.
Now, that's your God. Right there, y'all. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Yes.
My God done it because I was a begging to Him. And that's what we need to do, Brother Jackie. We need to do a little more begging to God and a little less try to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times I'll try to figure my problems out myself, and I'll get to where I'll think, well, if I go do this and I go do that, and I go do that's just wasting my time for what I'm doing. I need to take it to the Lord and let the Lord take care of it. Is what we need to do. And I tell you, the Lord loves you tonight, and I don't know after I'm through, Bobby. I'm through. I told you when I got through, you got to take over. But you know, I tell you, I love the Lord tonight, and I still, all week, the Lord has blessed me to death. You know, He's been He just been with me, and I know, and I've run from the Lord a long, long time, Brother Earl.
Yes.
And you all pray for me, and I'll do the best I can but I tell you, the Lord tonight, He loves you, and I tell you, He tells us that if we sow spiritual things, we're going to reap spiritual things. Yeah. And I tell you, when we die and leave here, we better have some of them spiritual things to reap, Brother Earl, because I tell you, it can't be sad, young tonight, to walk before the Lord, and He would tell you, depart. You work with them iniquity. I mean, that would be sad to think that we would lose it, Sister Marie. After, you know, and I tell you, a lot of times we can sit right here in this church, we can let this thing right here destroy us.
Yeah.
We can let this destroy us.
Come on.
And I mean, that's just like Brother Bobby said a little something to me, and I fly off the handle. I mean, I need to have what it says, swift to hear and slow to speak and to wrath. You know, we need to get that. In other words, somebody say a little something to you, probably hurt you feeling a bit. If you just stop and think, you wouldn't respond with no smart in your words. You would. You know, we need to check ourselves just a minute and let God control us and let God be the one, young'un. I tell you tonight, if we put your trust in the Lord, you know, I tell you, I wonder a lot of times, what in the world how did I make it, Brother Jeff, without it? How did I make it without it? That's just like me, Brother Earl, right now. Everything I do, anything I go at, I always talk it over with God before I do it. Sometimes He'll tell me no, and I have a time or two done exactly what God told me not to do. And when you do that, you're fixing to get into all the mess that you ever got yourself into in your life. Because I've been there 2 or 3 times, and one time I got in some bad, Brother Jackie, because I didn't listen until they just about locked me up. I was running a little mine down in Kentucky, and the Lord told me not to go down there to start with, and I went anyway. And I tell you, it got so rough down there until I thought surely I'd starve to death because I didn't listen to God. Now tonight, if the Lord tells you to do something, you need to listen.
Amen.
I'm a fella that knows. He took me from that to another. And I tell you, I know what God can do. And I tell you another thing too. God can bring you back out.
Amen.
When he backs off, and that's the devil will destroy you, and takes you down into the valley, then all you gotta do is just get back off and give it to God, and he'll bring you back out. Because you look what he done for Job.